Hello, Via Zone. This is where we review Asian entertainment. Please subscribe and ring the bell. And if you've already done so, thank you. Now, today we're going to be talking about a series on Viki. It is 16 episodes long, it is a Korean series. And I apologize if I screw up the name. Kudo Seasons of Deity. I'm not sure I'm saying that first word right, but if I'm wrong, I apologize. Okay, so in this series, it talks about a moral character that comes from a different realm. And he is sent kind of back as, well, kind of like the Grim Reaper. He takes care of the bad people, kills them, and then takes them off to the afterworld. Well, he comes back as a character that was in a previous life that was in love with a girl. This was many, many years ago. And he meets her in this new realm. And she has no idea that she knew him prior to seeing him currently. But as this series unfolds, things start to happen between them and the dots get connected. I won't share everything in the story because I think it's well worth watching. The scenery of the series is beautiful. They do a lot of scenes outside. I don't know where they actually videotaped this or filmed it, but it is very beautiful. There's a lot of pretty yellow flowers on the street, and they just did a nice job on the outside and as opposed to being in a set inside. I love the fighting scenes of the two characters. There's a lot going on. It unfolds, it intertwines with each other. There's a lot of give and take in the series, and there's a lot of things that go on between the current life and then the afterlife. And it has such a unique perspective, I think, when you're talking about the afterlife as opposed to real life. Now, again, this is fictional, so I'm sure not all of it is correct. It's from somebody's perspective, but I like the take on it where it goes back and forth. Such cool effects when they do that. I love the parallel worlds that collide. That's a very interesting and riveting perspective as well. There's a lot of things going on in the filming. I thought they did an excellent job filming it and showing the realism of real life, and then, of course, the afterlife and what this actual main character does. The ancient world always collides with the current world, which I thought was really interesting. You'll have to watch it. I don't want to reveal too much, but I think the concept was really well done. And I thought that they did a really interesting job pulling these things together. Now, some of the bad things I didn't care for is some of the scenes I felt were a little corny. I don't know, again, that's just my perspective, but I felt some of them were kind of corny. The translation, sometimes they just read it so quickly that it was very, very hard to read the translation because, of course, I don't speak Korean. So for me, I'm reading subtitles, and sometimes they were talking so fast that this translation was so fast, and I just didn't feel like I caught every word. So I wish they would have kind of slowed down the actors' pronunciations, their actual speaking, so we could actually follow it better. Also, the dialogue seemed a little strange sometimes. But again, going from a Korean point of view to where I'm at, I can understand why that might be strange for me, but I felt like some of the dialogue was a little strange. I'm not sure what some of the meaning of it was. Some of the things that they were saying was just a little off. So again, that's to me. And then the last thing that I didn't really care for is there was so much crying. And I understand, there's a lot of things happening in a series and there's a lot of emotion taking place. But sometimes when the crying is overdone, it becomes too mundane and you don't really feel for the character at that point because you feel like, okay, she's just going to cry again. Oh, okay, he's just going to cry again. And so it kind of loses its luster. So sometimes I wish they wouldn't do as much crying. But overall, the series I thought was interesting. I think you'll enjoy it. It is on Viki, 16 episodes, Korean series called Kudo Seasons of Deity. Until next time.